Hello, always Dizzy here. Going to start with puzzle streak of 41, as I always do before I play any games. Um, trying to get, trying to squeeze some chess in. um, okay, so I'm going to start at the 1 minute mark, which is in about 20 seconds from now. Over 8 again today. I mean, it doesn't feel like I ate that much today, but I feel so full. Too much rice, I think. Yeah, so almost ready to start here. Have a canker sore as well inside my lip, which is annoying. Okay, thought I would share all of that. Here we go. I had that last one before. Even this one looks familiar. Take the rook. Take, and then I have a fork here. Wins the exchange. Take and then fork again. Discovery on the queen. It has to be the check. Fork or take. Yeah, fork right away. Mate, I think. Maybe not. I might have to start with bishop b4. Yeah. Deflect that queen. Okay, so we have a check and then queen f6. Check. Fork. What the hell? To the rook right there. Oh, God. I was... I have two different ways to take the rook. So... Oh, but this is a mate in two. What? I thought I had this after. Check. Oh, he's got rook h3. Okay, I gotta slow down then. Of course I won't. But I should. And I'm not, and I should be. Take here. I have more pawns. Then take the rook. No. Where's the win? Oh, discovery on the rook. So if he recaptures with the queen, I have check and then I'm winning the queen. And otherwise it's mate. Mate in 2 here. No, just mate in 1. Mate in, yeah, mate in 2. Take and then, yeah, take and then fork, and I have a lot of pawns. Pin to win. He can, I'm taking with check. I like the discovery, but let's look at taking. Actually, mate is better than all of those things. Check, king h7 should be a win. Rook, just rook g5 should be good, right? Rook g5, rook h6. So rook g6. I take on g4. Queen g4 here. Gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, so can I take and then take? Should be able to. Excuse me. Okay, we have a check. He has one legal move. And then this looks like lights out. We have a check. We also have a discovery. So let's look at the check, and then knight e6 should win the queen. Do the fork should be good enough. I know he's got this passed pawn, but I don't see what would be better. Check mate. So why did they give us this? We can win the queen. Obviously, if he blocks, I can just take. And if he moves the king, yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to be scared of here. I might have knight e4 because I don't see how he protects f6 here. Hello, Alex. So I think I want to take on f3. All right, because I'm attacking 2 pieces at that point. If he takes my bishop, I'm threatening the rook. Yeah, and I want to take here. there's a fork so that I can recapture. Now, you would think I could start this way too, but I am leaning. Oh, this doesn't make any sense. He just takes my knight. So we have to do it this way. And can I take the rook? Doesn't look like it, but I can take the bishop. Okay, then I have this at the end. So we're down 2 pawns. We have a check. If king h7, bishop f7 is looking good. Same thing if king g8. We're black. So I don't see what he's threatening against my king. If I promote, could he take here and threaten something? I don't think he's threatening anything. He's close to, but I'm threatening mate there. So yeah, I think I can promote, and then if he takes, I recapture. And that's, I don't know, it feels like I could get his A pawn. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing. It's wrong, eh? Damn it. So, is this only equal? No, we're losing. I guess he can defend the pawn. So, rook a1. How did I miss that? That's not good. I shouldn't have missed that. Not good. Yeah, I've been extra sloppy today. So I can take on e2, and then I have a discovery, and then I can take a rook. There's a check, and then my king is better placed here. Oh, that's interesting, but my king is still better. We have a check on b7, winning a rook. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough. King f6. He doesn't have any checks, so I guess we're doing this. We have a check on e7. King moves somewhere. Not here because there's a fork on f5. So we have king h7. Then queen e5. We should have something there. Okay. Then deflection, or yeah, deflection, check, and then rook h1. Can I do that? What if he just moves the king to g7? Yeah, queen e4. And then king g8. I mean, not g7. King g8. Then I can give a check on a8. Can I, though? There's king f7. No, we have to go back here. He comes here. How does that work? Check, king g8. Maybe I can play rook h1 because then I'm threatening mate here. I think that's right. Okay. Yeah, I'll look at this one, confirm with the engine after. So had he gone to g8, sorry, where was it? Here, to g8. Yeah, I guess there's multiple moves that are winning. This would just repeat, right? And then the other moves repeat as well, I think. So yeah, this is the idea. And actually the queen is trapped. Didn't even think about that. Okay, moving on. We are black. So we have this check, and then we have bishop e5. Or just taking the rook. But yeah, if he goes to rook g3, then bishop e5, I think. Yeah, and then he can block, but then I can trade, and then I can take on d3. Well, we have to take that bishop. And then I think it's b5. Because you want to go with the opposing pawn. If I played something like a5, he just has a4. Although that looks winning too. Everything looks winning, honestly. But like in a bullet game, I'm playing b5 here, so that's what I'm betting on. But a5 first allows a4, but it still looks good to me. Like I can go b5, check, recapture, yeah, takes, and then I mean that still looks good. So I'm confused. But yeah, maybe one of these might be too slow. b5, king e5, and then a5, and he's gonna gobble up, right? So we push, takes. Not sure which square I want to go to. Probably here because it's a check. He pushes, push, right, and so on. But you would think a5 first. I mean, again, this is what I'm betting on. But this also looks winning. Because like a4, because I don't think he can bring his king there. I'll have an outside pass pawn. So b5. Yeah, takes, and now we have this race, right? And I queened 10 years before him. So I don't know. I feel this is the right move, but I need to calculate it a little bit. A5. Now, did I look at him taking the pawn, or did I just look at A4? So A5 he takes right away. So this is just, but this would just transpose. This would just transpose to the other line. Saeed, please don't say specifics. So A5, if he takes on E5, then B5, this would transpose to the other line. If he takes the pawn, that is. Otherwise, the difference here is he has A4 again. So check. And it takes, and I'm going to promote in 4 moves. So I'm so confused. I'm so confused why, because A4, A3, A2, it's going to take him so long. Queen, right? He's here. So they both seem good, unless he can like bring his king back or something. But that would, well, if I get this wrong, I'll learn something. Didn't mean to click that. It's again, like my gut says B5. If he does bring the king back, A5, king C3, and I'm already going to grab all of his other pawns. So it really has to be able to this A4 pawn. A4, B5. Takes. Hang on a second. It's a rook pawn. Can he just go in front of it? But it'll be an outside pass pawn. That could be the issue, though. A5, A4, B5 takes, check, right? I recapture, and then he comes back, king E4. But I can actually shoulder him. So that doesn't work. I was thinking he might be able to come back. Bing, bang, boom, bing, bang, here. Oops. Arrows. So A5, A4, B5, AB, king B5, king D4, then king B4. Yeah, so I can shoulder him here. Maybe yeah, A4, boom. Takes. So they both seem good, man. Chess is hard. Is there something about this that he can create a breakthrough? I don't think he can, but G4. I don't see how, right? And then F5. Yeah, so why would A5? A5 looks winning. See, if I play b5, and like he can't push his a pawn, it's going to be too slow. If he takes my pawn, I'm going to have this a5 move. So that would be the same position. So by that logic, I feel that the move is a4. Does that make sense? Right? Because if I go b5, takes a5, it would be the same as a5 takes b5, because I have to play that. So I think, I mean, it's weird logic that I'm using. I mean, it's I'm using pure logic other than chess. It has nothing to do with chess. But by that logic, a4 is the refutation. a5, a4. But it still seems good to me. b5. I mean, if he takes my pawn, I'm way too quick, so he has to take, recaptures. And then I feel that he can stop this, right? I mean, that black can shoulder. And with this configuration, I don't see how that's creating a passed pawn. So it's very confusing. Yeah, the other possibility is that he does bring the king back. And then I come in. It comes here. But again, I think I can just go like zigzag here. Unless maybe he can shoulder me out there. I don't know. I'm going with b5. I'll look at this with the engine after. It's wrong, eh? Wow! I was way off. I was so off on this. That's not good. Holy crap. Are we not just, what am I missing here? So there's two moves. There's king e5 and g4. So g4. I was so off on this. I don't mind getting it wrong because I'm going to learn something here. I can't believe this. So he can make a pass pawn with g4. But that's only if he... Why did I think he couldn't? Wow. And then we're both queen. And I can't, I don't have any skewers or anything. Wow. I looked at this. Oh, but you know why? Because I looked at it with my pawn still on e6. That's what I didn't factor in. If my pawn on e6 is gone, he can make a pass pawn. That was the key thing I missed here. So we had to go back king d7. And yeah, and then we can make a pass pawn here. Wow, that's a good puzzle. See, I don't mind getting the puzzles wrong if I learn something useful. Yeah, so ignoring all of this stuff going on over here, like if I make a move, yeah, so he can either get g4, I mean, these will transpose, these two moves, g4 and king e6, right? And then, yeah, they'll transpose. Although apparently king e5 also draws. But this would make more sense to me. Yeah, just optically, it looks like white is way too slow here. It looks like white's like 3 moves too slow. But no, they're going to queen 1 move after us here. I like that one. Okay, I have to start over. Sorry. Am I happy with this? So if he goes here, I have the check. But if he goes somewhere else, then I have a check here. Okay, if he goes to h7, then it's mate. Okay. Another king and pawn ending. You would think this is the move. Check. King h2. Then queen f2. Is that right? Yeah. Check. Yeah, you can't block with the queen. I'll win the rook. I'll be up the exchange. So queen h3. Queen h3 though. Oh no, I just take the rook. Check mate. What's going on? Weird. Okay, so we can win the rook, but I'm scared. His knight, I guess he can't really infiltrate beyond what he has already. My pawns do a good job of preventing that. So we have a check on h8, and then a mate in 2 here. Okay, should be some type of deflection. So we have a check. He has to block with the bishop. And then what? Then we have check. Discovery on the queen. Push. Just attacking the queen. Queen needs to move, so the queen has to cover his rook, and then we have and then I attack it again. We are black. Check. And then rook h2. We are white. So check. I think he has one move. Blocking with the queen. Is that right? Actually, what about queen b6 and then queen f6? Okay, what if he goes first of all to d5? Yeah, so that might not work. Okay, so check. And then after queen d5, then I give a check. I don't know about that because he just moves his king somewhere. So queen a2, queen d5, queen a6, king d7. Yeah, I don't know. So instead of queen a6, what about queen b5? Because with queen a6, I forget. Well, yeah, because then I couldn't go to c5. So if I go queen b6, now if he goes to d5, I might. Oh wait, I can't go there anyways. Can't go there anyways. Tricky. Oh, I can just take the knight if he goes there. Oh my god. Okay, I'm so stupid. Wow. So he does have to go back, and then we have queen f6, and then mate on f8. Oh god. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, how about knight f5? Looking good. If queen f8, I can take on h6. So knight h6, king h8, check. I mean, that's gotta be good. Okay. I could take on g3. I'm threatening mate. There's a lot going on here, though. But that's the most reasonable move to me. If he sacks the exchange, I can take again. I'm still threatening mate, and I'm on his knight. But even if I got that for free, I'd only be up. I'd be up 2 pawns. No, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even be up 2 pawns. So bing, bang, boom. Yeah, because I'm thinking he just defends, right? And yes, I can take a pawn, and yes, I can take the knight, but I'm down a knight here. This is hard. Oh god. Where did chat go? Chat is dead. What is it, Saturday night? Yeah, queen g3, rook f3, ef, queen d2. Wonder if I could play f2 there, because I'm threatening mate. Yeah, so what if he... Okay, so this... It's possible I take, and then what if rook d2... Yeah, he may just have rook d2. Then I have check, king h2... And then maybe push? Is that good enough? The thing is, I don't see what else it would be other than maybe like d4. Yeah, but doesn't seem... Okay, I'm going to take... I'll look at this one with the engine after. And we want to take with the pawn. This one ended way too soon. I don't like this puzzle at all. This is the first one I'll complain about. Yeah, so I saw this. I do not like this one. And then, no, this is not straightforward. I hate this one. That was terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, so we have a check, check. Then what? Then a rook lift, I presume. I'll look at this one with the engine too. I don't see what it would be other than... I mean, I'm happy to get a draw, really. I mean, technically, I could take on f2. Maybe I should. Because I'm threatening mate. So we might have to give up the exchange. Or give back the exchange. I don't know. Actually, I could get the pawn first, and then I could do that. That makes more sense. Yeah. So this one, and then are we repeating? And then we get it? No. It does want the rook lift or bishop. I don't like this one so much either. This puzzle. I don't like that one either. Yeah, that last one was terrible actually because it's rated that way because if lower rateds are just automatically playing that, but they're not looking at the continuation. Okay, so I think we take the knight because then we have two pieces under attack, and we keep doing that until we are up material. We just go rook a8, I presume. And we are white. Can I just run the H pawn? He's not... I guess technically he could... No, I guess he can't catch it with the bishop. Okay, so... Yeah, so H6, he can't catch it with the king, right? So his best bet is to attack me, but I can just sack a piece. Yeah, so here I just sack... Otherwise, I'm going to get mated. I think. Yeah, the problem is you might have e2. E2 check. That's the real problem. So we take now. And then he can't push us around. Okay, check, check, mate. So it's rook a8. But I guess he may have knight b6 there, right? Does he? No, I'd take, right? So what's wrong with rook a8 here? Right, because rook a8, if he takes on b6, well, I can take the knight. So It seems too good to be true, though. Oh, wait. He's on my knight here. So, yeah, knight b5. But I'm protecting the knight. I think it's just rook a8. Yeah, sometimes you just have to... You gotta trust your instincts. Okay, we can take the knight. He's pinned. Check wins the rook. Or does it? I might even be able to sack the queen there. Takes, because I get this other queen. I just want a rook. Yeah, I think we're sacking the queen. Okay. Well, there's a check. And then there's a check. And then there's a check. Okay, but I mean, it's got to be taken, right? And I think we go bishop g8 is my gut. But if I go with the queen, yeah, I don't like that. My queen's out of play, so I think it would be check, check, king g6. Queen f7. King g5 is out forced. Then what? Queen g7. I don't know. Queen g7 check at the end. King f4. And then I have queen g3 at the end. Wow. Yeah. Oh, that ended too soon. That was a lot of underrated ones. So we're down a bishop. Hello, Vivek. So we're down a bishop. Oh, his queen is under attack. I didn't even see that. So we just go rook e8. Oh my god. Okay, so rook g8 is not possible. So we have check and then mate in 2. No, it's not. So maybe we start here and then I do this. So we reverse it, and I think he's got to sack the queen here. Because otherwise it's a discovery. If he moves the queen, like let's say he takes d7, then it's just mate. Yeah, so I guess he does get the rook for the queen. But that's looking pretty good. Don't think we have better. Equal material. This we have a knight f5 discovery on the rook. I don't see how that wouldn't be good. Check. We win 2 pawns. What? I didn't count that we're down a piece here. I needed to find better. Even then, I would only be up a pawn. So I didn't look at material here. That's kind of annoying because, I mean, it's my fault, obviously, but it's just annoying because I would have looked farther had I known the situation. But I saw the tactic and I went for it. So I got to start over. Yeah, that's a bummer. This is why people don't watch my stream. And I do not blame them. I don't think puzzles are more... I hate puzzles. Can we take here? That's me being sloppy. Because I'm frustrated. Remove the defender. I can win the rook. It's mate, actually. Check. Where's the win? Queen g6, queen e6. Well, we're not doing better than that. I almost must flip that one. Here. I'll be up 2 pawns. Check. No, check. Check. Mate in 2. I have more pawns. Check. I'll be up the exchange. Yeah, I think I'm just trading and then taking. Grab a pawn. Comes in here, but I'm eating all of his pawns. Does this win something? No, check first. Yeah, so in these situations, my theory holds. It's held true every single time. But when if you're first to move, as long as as long as you can recapture this piece after, it's always going to be the right way to initiate the attack. You just have to watch out for like Zwischenzugs and such. Can I take and then check? Nope. I could take here and then his rook is under attack. I have no pieces. Discovery though. Check. Take here. Well, I don't see what's better than that. I think we're taking. And then takes, and I'm up a pawn. Is that all we're getting? I don't think I like this one. I don't like that one. Take with the pawn because I like my king. I don't want this. So he then has to go king f6. Then I can go f5. Yeah. Here, king g3. No. Okay, f4. That's a race. But what else am I going to do? Hello, Ilkar. And we take what's a pawn. I mean, technically this could work. So it's interesting. But I don't know. I think we're taking with the pawn. He makes a move, and then I'm gonna grab this one. But it's so damn close. This is rated. Oh, okay. I thought it said it's rated 1200. I'm like, yeah, right. So if I promote this pawn, I'm covering h8, which I like. And if I take what's a king, there could be a situation where I have to go this way. But then it's the same deal. But I don't know. I feel like this is my instinct: is we take on f4 with the pawn. Because if I take with the king, I'm already letting his king move up the board, right? Bing, bang, boom. Then he brings in his king, right? And his king is too active for my liking. I go after this pawn, and he can already come in here. His king's too active, so taking with the pawn, and we have to stop that. And then, well, we go after the closest pawn. Well, we can't make progress if we don't take the pawn. Okay. So, can I just trade and queen? I mean, it seems pretty damn simple. The best he can do is also get a queen. Right? But then I'm going to have forks. Okay, this is weird. So first of all, what's wrong with taking on d8? Could he take here? Because he's threatening mate. Nope. I think I could just take on d8. I mean, that looks good to me. I'm looking at rook a takes d1 too, because that could be played. But my instinct is bishop d8. Because if I go rook a d1, rook d1, rook d1, queen d1, king f2, feels like he's got perpets, or could even, and then he picks up my bishop too. I'm going to take on d8. I don't see why I can't do it. Yeah. And just take the rook. I mean, everything should be fine. Okay. There's maybe rook e7. He could give a check and then play f3. Check. Right, king h2, f3. Right, g3. And it gets a little scary. I don't know if he goes queen d2 there. I know I can come back, but then he takes, and that changes a lot of things. So that's the scariest thing right now. If he recaptures, I'm just assuming that this will do something for me. If he goes king f8, then I have queen h8, which is mate. And if he goes to g8, wait, what? Yeah, if he goes to g8, I'm taking with check, with a fork. Yeah, so the scariest thing for me is queen c1. Queen c1, king h2, f3, g3. Potentially there's rook e5 there, but Yeah, so G3, and then he goes queen C2 or queen somewhere in the second rank. Oh, no, then I can take on F7. Okay. Yeah. So G3, and then I can take on F7. So now if he takes, it's the same thing as before. Oh, I didn't see this, but I think we're okay. If we take with the king, he can force the queens off, but that's good for me. And if queen G1, I should be able to take the pawn. Or am I losing? Oh, that could be dangerous because then he's got rook C3. But if I take with a pawn, this is probably the easier move to refute because there's rook C2. So I have to take with a king. And then just hope it all works out. Yeah. Okay. Check and then queen E6. Oh, I like how fast I saw that. Check, mate. Mate in 2. Just verifying, but that's a mate in 2. I might be able to take and then bishop E6. How does he defend both pieces? Well, come on, we have to take, and now we have to think. Okay, so D5 is the first move that comes to mind. If he takes, my king is super active. But activity doesn't mean everything. But it should. I mean, it looks good. King F7. King D6. King F8. King D7, right? Eventually, I'm going to get this square. So let's say King F8. Queen E6, or King E6, King G7. So eventually I'm going to win that. Now, if he doesn't take, if he pushes, that could be a problem. So there could be something to be said for this maneuver. So C5, so D5, C5. Maybe I can push again. D6. I don't know about that. There's King E8. King D5. He has to push again. Yeah, that'd be winning for me, right? Because I take and then I'm defending it. So yeah, I think it's D5. So D5, C5, E6, or D6. If he comes up, I'm chasing him, and I'm still within an arm's reach. And if he brings the king up right away, I'm just taking the pawn. And I didn't actually anticipate him moving the king, but that's interesting. Okay, so if I take and then push, takes, but then he's got here. That's a very interesting move. Maybe I can go after the H pawn. So takes, king D6. Again, if I push, take King D5, King D7. He will be in Zugzwang eventually because I have more pawns. Oh, though, would he? Yeah, because I have 2 pawns. So, so take King D6, C7, takes King D5, King D7, and then King C5. Now, if he goes back to C7, I have a reserve tempo of H4. Oh, but he can still just go back and forth here. he keep going back and forth. So, okay, so takes. I'm losing my focus here. Take on c7, king d6. Can I then go king? No, that doesn't work. So what if I go king d4 right away? This doesn't change anything. Ah, this is confusing. I'm just going to minimize chat here. What if I don't go to the 5th rank? What if I stay on the 4th rank? So takes, and then... No, but then how do I make progress? I was going to say because he can't go to d6, right? That's the one mined square I have here, or e6. So if I take king d6, king d5, king c6, and then I play h4, right? And then he comes back. No, but he's always going to get this square. That's a danger for me. This is hard. So maybe I do go after the h pawn. So takes king. Can I do that though? That's scary. Okay, this is hard. So bing bang boom. Or maybe I make him go all the way back, right? Make him go all the way back. Wait a second, he still can't. Yeah, okay, so take Am I overthinking this? Because he can't follow me here because I always have king e6. I'm changing my mind on a lot of ideas here. So bing, bang, push c7. Takes on c7, king d5, king d7. Yeah, so then that's when we use the h4. He can't go here because then I'm going to shoulder him. He can't go here because I've got king e6. So I'm going to start with this push. And yeah, so I'll reevaluate here. But c7 takes king d5. He gets the opposition, but I play h4. And then he gets to give way. Yeah, okay. Ooh, chat is still minimized. So equal material. Okay, so let's just make the most direct threat and attack g7. I can do that in two different ways. So let's look at queen b3. Assuming he doesn't, like let's say he just counterattacks, right? I have check, and then there should be a kill box. There should be some win there. I'm not going to calculate it. So I think he needs to defend is what I'm trying to say. There's almost a mate here, but not quite. So I think he has to play, as far as I understand, I think he has to defend it. Right, with rook d7. I do have a check here then, which doesn't do anything. Okay, so let's look at this line then. Oh, then I can take here. I could take there in both. Oh, I can't though. His queen's on it. Okay, so queen b4. This one gives me a check on the back rank. If for some reason he goes to c7, Then I might have queen at c5. But I don't see what I'm gaining there. Not to mention, there's actually rook b5 in all those lines. There's rook b5. This is a game from two grandmasters, it says. I kind of want to look it up. I want to look the game up after and see if one of the grandmasters found their best move. It was from a blitz game. So maybe I bring in the other rook then, because I'm not seeing what I can do with just these two pieces. So rook c1. I don't even know where I'm going with that, though. Could I then go check? And then check? Even that, I don't know. Yeah, there's rook c1. I don't want to start over again. Oh my god, could it be queen c6? Oh my god, I think it's queen c6. That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely not the first move you think of. I don't see how he stops it. I'm going to open up chat. I'm sure they all found it years ago. Okay. Yeah, they're saying finally. That's, I don't know. I never see those moves. They look so blatant. No. I don't feel silly about that, because to me that's about how long it takes me to find those moves. Like I just don't consider moves like that. I like that one. Okay, I'm going to minimize chat, but this has to be it. And we just take the rook. Okay. So we have a check, and then maybe rook d8 looks good. Right? I think, I mean, if he moves the queen somewhere, I don't know where he moves it, maybe to c6, then check, and then there's a fork here. I mean, maybe I should calculate this more, and I might kick myself for not doing so, but I don't see what we have to lose if we go with this. It seems like a good position. My queen is in an awkward position already. So I'm going to do this, and then rook d8. Because we're threatening mate, and that's usually a good thing. Yeah, okay, next up, we are white. Can I sack and run? It is a rook pawn, which knights are notoriously bad at capturing. But he's got a pawn of his own. And he might be able to go in front of my pawn. The other option is to promote first. Well, actually, he'll promote first. Could I sack it later? Like, could I push and then bring the bishop back? Take, right? Or do this. Oh, this is going to require a lot of calculating. I don't want it. I'm too lazy. Too lazy for that. See, if he didn't have this h-pawn, I'd be pretty happy to just take on e4 here. But he does have that h-pawn. Okay. So I'm going to go with a5 first. So a5, it's possible he starts bringing in the knight, but I'm going to grab the pawn, right? If he keeps moving it, right? If he moves the knight, I'll just grab the pawn. So he has to push or bring the king in, but it seems wrong because he's not going to catch the pawn. So I think he has to play e3 if I pushed. So a5, e3. I can't keep pushing because he's going to queen before me, right? With check. So after e3, I would have to play bishop d3. And then it gets tricky. It's already tricky. If he then moves the knight, I can't even take the knight. So, yeah, it gets really tricky there. So a5, e3, if I go bishop d3, which I think I have to, he can then move the knight. So knight e4, a6, knight d6, and he can't stop it. A7. So that actually looks good, but it's so hard. Okay, so bing, bang, boom. My instinct is that we take, but the a5 might be working. E3, bishop d3. No, wait. Am I confusing myself? A5, e3, bishop d3. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was looking at here, but what if he goes knight f5? Knight f5, a6. Yeah, this route might work. So now he has this fork. So he has knight e7. I have to then move my king. Yeah, then he goes here. Bring in my... Oh, I can't bring king there. Okay, king here. King c7. Then he starts running his h-pawn. And that could be a problem. So, since that looks problematic, I think we take first. He takes with a knight. A5. Yeah, if he comes back here again. Well, let's just say he starts pushing instead. Let's say we have this race. A6, A4. I mean, we're going to be good there. And after A5, if he brings the knight back, A6. Yeah, he's just not going to catch it. I mean, he could come here though. He could go to E8, right? A7, and then he can go. Yeah, see, that's a little scary. It's similar to the other line. Bishop e4 and knight takes a. Yeah, a5, knight f6, a6, knight e8. Maybe I could start running the c pawn then. I don't know. A7, knight f7. King f5. I don't know. His pawn is very quick there. A5, king f6. Knight a8. Well, that doesn't even change anything. So you might as well start pushing. Takes, push. Okay, no, wait. Oh, I want to go back there. Because maybe he does go knight e8. I think that does buy him more time. After knight e8, then king b8. Oh, king b7, but he's pushing here. So let me calculate that again. So bing, bang, a5, knight f6, a6, knight e8, a7, king c7, king c5, h5, king c7, knight a8, king b7, a4, takes, a3, king b7, a2, promote. I'll be up a pawn there. Technically, that might be winning. Not easy, though. Hang on a second. That's with check, searching for Bobby Fischer. And then that's technically a draw, I think. Oh, that's so tricky. Oh, my God. So is there a better way? Maybe I could run this pawn, but then I'm a little bit slower there. But yeah, bing, bang, a6. But you're doing this little race. Comes in here. Bring in my king. Yeah, runs to pawn. Here, here, here. H4. Take on A8. H3. Bring the king back. H2. Promote. Oh, no. I promote right before him. Okay, I'm going to go with that line. I'll look at this with the engine after. That's crazy. Oh, okay. Wow. That sucks. So why did this not work? Oh, so this does win if he plays h5. But it's not h5 first. I thought I just assumed h5. Like, so he goes here first. What's the difference? Then he brings in the king, so he keeps the h pawn there. And then the king traps me in. This is crazy. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Wow. I calculated it correctly. Like if he pushes the h pawn, I didn't see this whole idea. That's crazy. So I did a good job calculating. I saw pretty deep. Like 8 moves or something. But yeah, I didn't see this whole plan. So the correct way was to push right away. And I saw this, right? And then I didn't like... Okay, so I didn't like this. And this would have been... Oh, no, I think I looked at this line too. Right? And then I thought black was... Yeah, I saw these 2 pawns. I thought he could just keep pushing here. But I must have miscalculated by 1 move. Tough. Okay, this is going to be my last attempt for tonight. I'm not happy about it. And what did it give us? It gives us another king and pawn ending. How is not everything winning here? Oh, wait, I'm white. Okay, I'm white. That last one feels like it was underrated to me. I mean, that was tough. Yeah, but last attempt, I don't like my chances. That's a weird puzzle. What was that? Check. I'm like 95% sure I'm not going to get it on this try, because I'm burned out now. An hour and a half on puzzles here. But bishop b4. Looks good to me. We are down a piece already, but what else are we going to do? This gives us a piece back. can get a rook. I like rooks. Ooh, gotta be careful. No, I thought he could go. I thought his bishop could go like this. We are black. We are black. So if I takes, we have check, and it's not a rook pawn or a bishop pawn. Anastasia's mate. Check, and we have the better king. Check wins the knight. Actually, we win the queen. We are white. Rook c1 wins the queen. Okay, I didn't see his a pawn at the time, but we're up a bishop. Bishop g4 wins queen for a rook, I think. Checkmate. Nope, that's a queen right here. But we win material. Is that enough, though? I don't know if that's enough. This pawn scares me. But it's one of those situations where what else are we going to do? So it needs to be enough. What pin? I spotted what pin? Okay. Do I have time to go after the a pawn? I don't know, but in these, it's always taking the piece in these positions. I mean, we're down a pawn, so I'm still kind of scared though. That's scary. But if I don't do it now, I think it's a3 is the threat. So we have to go in. It's still scary. Like I still kind of, H pawn pinned to the king? I don't even remember. H pawn pinned to the king. Okay. But I'm still scared. I'm still scared. But the pawns cover a lot. Ooh, I've had such a thing before. I think now I might have to take the B pawn, because if I go after the A pawn, now he's got this breakthrough. Right? Because then this is coming. So we have to take this. Ooh, that one scared me a lot. Okay, so we have a check. He needs to stay on his queen. He has two ways to do that. This one, or both ways hang a rook. So we're getting a rook. So we'll be up the exchange. And the difference is here, I think he can hide the king. Right? So we want to force the winning of a rook. And could I be greedy here? No, we have to take the rook. We are white, I think. Yeah, sorry, this is the same puzzle. I looked at the chat for a second. Sorry, it's the same puzzle. Well, we take on c6, otherwise we're hanging the queen. We are white. To the discovery on his queen. I don't think it's anything else. Well, you could argue here. So that is the move. Because if we go on c6, he can just take it. So have to be careful still. We are white. Are we going to get it on this final attempt? Rook h1 threatens mate. I don't see what he can do about it at all. He's got a sack here, but then I'm winning this rook. So I'll be up a bishop. Still tricky, though. That's still a tricky game. But that's our best shot. We are white. I feel geometry is going to be something here. Here we go. Geometry. Making sure I'm not blundering. There's a fork. He only has one way to defend it, and then a deflection maybe of some sort. I'm down a piece to start. So knight e5. You would think queen g3 to stay on the bishop. What about queen f6? Well, still check, but that's still tricky. Bing, bang. Check. King d2. This is tough. Queen b4 takes. Is this mate? It's not mate. This is very sketchy. So takes, queen f6. You would feel we have to take here. Check. King d2. That's all seems forced. Yeah, that's tricky. Queen b5. No, wait. Queen b4, rather. Check. He might even have king c2 here. I'm not sure. King c2, I might have queen c3 and then moving this rook back, but that's still dirty. This is dirty. This is going to screw me up. And I'm assuming queen f6. So I still haven't looked at other possibilities like queen g3. Maybe then I could take and then take and then take. I'll win a pawn or two. So queen e5. I think this is forced then. And then check, king d2. And then I forget what I was looking at. I think it was queen b4. Queen b4. Okay, so if he takes, I have queen e4, right? King d2 is forced. And yes, I have bishop e4, but I don't feel that's enough. But check. I don't know if he goes king d1 there or bishop d2. And it's all very complicated. So bing, bang, check, king d2. Sorry, I missed this. I missed something. Bing. Yeah, so check, king d2. I wish I could move the knight somewhere again, but yeah, so check takes. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Queen b4, king d3. Wondering about changing the move order, like starting with bishop b4 or something and then taking. But I don't know if that's going to make a difference. It's so hard being a piece down here. Hang on a second. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay. It's nice to have an idea. So if I take after queen f6, I might have bishop f2. If queen takes, I have a fork, right? So he has to move the king. And that's where my thing might fall apart. So king d2. Queen e3. King d1. I'm taking the bishop then. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, then I'm taking the bishop. But then he takes here. It's complicated. Okay, queen f6, bishop f2. Okay, I'm going to start. I want to look at a different line, actually, to start. So bishop f2. I want to look at bishop or king f1. So king f1, because that might just shut everything down. Yeah, king f1. Yeah, this is a new issue now for me. It was a good idea. Don't think it works. This is rated 1600. How stupid am I? I don't think that works. King F1. I don't see the continuation. Yeah, so I'll look at this again. But even here, like, what if he just goes King F1 again, right? And then I have to move the rook. I'm up 2 pawns. I mean, it's pleasant. I mean, it could be good enough. Yeah, so it's still the stupid King D2. And I don't know. Then I can't calculate after that. Queen B4. If he takes, yeah, I'm really not sure if I go to E4 or C4. Check King D2. And bishop B4, he has knight C3. So we're looking at knight E5, queen F5, check King D2, queen B4, King E3, and then check King D2. And I just don't see the continuation there. I don't. Check King D1. I mean, wait, then do I have this? It's confusing though, because like there's knight C3, like boom, boom, check King D2, Queen B4. He might even just have Queen C3 there. Yeah, he just has Queen C3. Queen C3 might be the simplest for him. So that's looking very sketchy. Check King D2, Queen B4. He has Queen C3. If I go Bishop B4, he has Knight C3. It seems wrong. And then this line was Bishop F2. I think he just has King F1. Unless you want to argue like Rook F8 or something. Oh, how is this 1600? Okay, I'm just going to take a guess on it, and after King D2, I don't know. I'm going to open up chat here. It ends too freaking ass soon. I hate this stupid ass puzzle. I'm going to read chat now. Okay, there's too much to read, but so King D2. Oh my god, this is insane. It is Rook G8 or Rook F8, which is what I said. This is insane. Wait, you know what though? Okay. I didn't really count material. That was my mistake here. Because we are up 2 pawns. I was just happy with anything. I didn't pay attention to material. That was... I was over analyzing it. I was trying to get more out of the position, and there's nothing more to be had. Okay. Well, that was a long time. Okay. Minimizing chat again. Can I go takes here? Yeah, because that wins the queen, right? And his... Wow, so much going on here. Queen h5, I'm threatening his rook. If he takes, I still have that threat renewed. And I'm hitting his knight, and I'm threatening other things. So queen h5 looks good to me. And this one, maybe I should spend more time on it. But I spent so much time on the last one. I'll risk it for the biscuit. So we're down a bishop here. Man, I've really slowed down on the puzzles. So we have a check. So let's look at the check, right? If he doesn't want to drop a piece, he has to go to G1. And then can I just threaten mate? How does he stop mate other than sacking the queen? Okay. So I think this is a mate in 2, or he can escape, but then it's mate again. So it's a mate in 2. I can take and then take on b7. I would play this in a blitz game or bullet game. I mean, that's pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. Well, why would we not take the bishop? He has a check, but it's not very good. Is this just a stupid puzzle? Yes, it is. Well, that was just stupid. Okay, so we are black. We need to. I mean, there's no other choice. Well, there is another choice. But why would we go to d5 when we could go to c5? Kind of weird, right? You technically you would think this would be okay, but the problem is he comes in here, and yeah, I think we want to grab this as soon as we can. And now it gets interesting. Pushing is interesting because if he takes, I can go king c5, but then it's his move again, and then he'll outflank me. So I might want to push, but then I'm in zugzwang again. Well, no, yeah. Then I push, and then I have this, and he is going to have to give way first. So I think it might be g4. Yeah, because if I push, takes, and again if I come in here, he freezes me. Oh no, but it's the same thing though. That would transpose. So c3 takes. Yeah, if I go king c5, b4. Right, king d5. But then he comes here, and I think he should be quick enough to at least draw, I think. It's close, though. It's really close. Yeah, but that's the problem. Is that, and if I come back, then he outflanks me again. So I think we have to play g4. No, but again, he's got g3. I keep this confuses me. He's got g3, but there might be a difference. Wait, what color am I? I'm black. Yeah. Okay. So g4, g3, c5, I presume, or c3 rather, takes. And so what's the difference here? This seems worse to me. But my pawn is one square closer than it was. So there is a difference here, right? I will promote one square for him. So that is a difference. Bing, bang, c3 takes king b3. You know, we can do this dance. Now, if he goes this way, I can zigzag to c3, and then he still takes this, but again, his pawn's going to be one square farther back. If I start with c3, the difference here... Oh, wait, but doesn't this transpose as well? If instead of moving my king, I play g4, g3, that technically transposes, right? Oh, I'm confusing myself. Yeah, if I go g4, maybe he doesn't play g3. Maybe he just goes after it. No, he can't, though. Oh, I'm so confused. My brain is so tired here. Okay, so g4, g3, c3. He has to take king c6. So what's the difference of pushing first? Don't they transpose is what I'm confused about. Not necessarily, because maybe I don't push the pawn. Maybe I play king c5 first. Maybe I want his pawn further in. I don't think I do, though. I don't think I want that. And then what's confusing is that it seems like these two other lines transpose, but that can't be. You know, that can't be. And I thought this is the best line for me. But that's just a draw, though, is it not? Because he comes back here. Oh, I'm so confused. So c3 first. He has to take. Then king c5. If he goes b4. I mean, I'll calculate it out, but I feel that we can't be better here. You know, he's too quick. What about the queening square? I mean, I can hit that. Oh, my brain is too tired to figure this out. I honestly like g4, but it's the transposition that confuses me. Because the two moves here would transpose. Right? It's his move here versus Well, this if we start, it doesn't necessarily transpose. The other line is more forcing. But the problem was, there might be a problem with C3. Is that how I'm never going to. No, I'm just purely, my brain is tired. Let's ignore these pawns for now, right? And he goes king d3. And I just feel this is too slow because he goes king b4. And it's hard for me to calculate this. Right? Takes, but I feel he's quicker. Or I guess this is the same. We'll both promote. But I'm not better there. That's if I zigzag here. That's if we do this. But what if I keep... Yeah, sorry. So that's if push, push, push. Yeah, so if he comes here and then if we keep racing... Yeah, I can make a zigzag for this pawn. It's too confusing to me. See, this is killing me. I don't know how it's rated 1700, but I think you guys are probably thinking I'm insane, and I might be. Like maybe the thing was like, I mean, it would be nice if I make him go in front of my pawn, right? But my problem is g3, right? That's my problem. He goes to king d3. I chase him. Yeah, I'll look at this with Yanshin, but I'm going with g4 first. And then here, since my pawn is further advanced, I can zigzag. I'm going to open up chat on that one. Oh. That burned my head. So, started here. So now, I want to analyze this. So the difference is, no, I was going to push, I think. No, I was going to push. Yeah, so the difference here. Yeah, it's because of G4. That's the real difference, right? I'm so my brain is so burned. I can't even talk. It's like I had a stroke. Whoops. Vivek says White has it up. So is it whose turn it is to move? No, that's not what it is. Because the pawns are different here. They're not on G3 and G4. So that's not what it is. It's because of what I originally thought. Our pawn is just one square too far away. In the other line, we get the pawn one square farther up. Wait, sorry. Wrong line. In this line, yeah, I would right? Yeah, so in this line, it's still white's turn to move. I think it was white's turn to move in both cases, but our pawn is farther up now. Vivek wants to look at king c3 after king d5. King c3 here. Oh, what do you mean? King c3 after king d5? Yeah, where? Yeah, what line? I'm having... What line? After king d5. I don't know. I don't want to look at this anymore. Okay, wait. G4 after the G4 line. When who plays G4? Black. G4. Oh, G3, C3. Oh, King C3, King D3. King C3 here. Yeah. Okay. So this one here. Yeah, because our pawn is too advanced. This is ultimately why I chose this line, because our pawn is one square closer. That was all I was going for. I mean, he comes close, but we're covering a7 here. Yeah, I don't know. That was tricky. I'm going to minimize chat. That was brutal. Okay, we are white. God, this is like 2 hours of puzzles here. I'm so sick of puzzles. Can I just take and then take the bishop? I'm up a piece. No, I'm down a piece just to begin with, though. So we have a pawn for the piece. Wonder if I can take on d7 and then rook. No, it doesn't work. I was gonna say rook d4. Okay, so what if I take the queen? I mean, I'm up a pawn in either case, right? No, not if I take the bishop. I'm not. I'm really losing my head. Okay, so are we just happy to be up a pawn? I don't know. It feels like we need more than that. This is weird. I mean, are we just happy to be up a pawn? Oh, there could be rook d8. Yeah, so I think we're just taking the queen. I'm going to play it, I think. But if that's the puzzle, I hate it. Okay, that was garbage. I'll open up chat. What a stupid puzzle. What the hell? What the hell puzzle is that? Oh, I'm being criticized. Okay, minimizing chat. We are white. There's a potential fork here. Could I take and then fork? Take. Right? Looks good to me. And not this way. Because if I take, sorry, don't take with the G rook, right? Because he takes with the F pawn, and then the fork, my rook is hanging. Although, yeah, and the check, then he gets out of the fork. So we take this way. And that should be good. Okay, discovery on the queen. Are we getting a free one? Are we getting a freebie? What's going on in this position? Take the knight. Bishop c5. Just wondering if we can make that trade. Don't think so. So first a little intermezzo, Zwischenzug, and then take the knight. So I think it might be knight d4 first. He has nothing major for us to worry about. He has to move the queen somewhere. Somewhere it goes, and then we take... Okay, let's say he defends the knight. That makes the most sense. So queen d4. Might be able to take on c2 there. Okay, it's getting late. I'm just going to play knight d4. I will look at this one with the engine after. And I presume we can take... He's got a check. And I just come back. I mean, otherwise I have to go to e5. And he might have a perpet there. Or, yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think we're taking. And the worst I see is a check. I just move. And I'm up a piece. Okay, opening up chat. Okay, minimizing chat. Here we go. We are black. Well, can we not just run the A pawn? I mean, why wouldn't we? What else would we do? So A4. If he brings the king in, A3. I mean, what else would it be? If he does nothing, like let's just say he runs the F pawn, I'm just pushing this. I don't understand. So A4. I don't understand what this. Just go A4, no? I mean, mean, this should be good, shouldn't it? And then, okay, so b5, then he brings in the king. But I mean, unless it's possible I bring in the king first. It's interesting. So a4. I second guess everything now. I'm terrified. Yeah. So a4. He brings in the king. a3. Then rook b3. Is that his point? But then rook a8. I should be able to play a4. And then a3. Yeah, so a3, rook a3, a2. And then rook a1. If he brings in the king, I'm playing a2. Yeah, well, I don't know what this is about. I just go a2. Sorry, not a2 here. He's got rook a3. So we go rook a1. Yeah, we go rook a1, takes a2. Yeah, I don't know what that was weird. Okay, I'll take a little break after this one. Down a pawn. How about here with threatening mate? Rook d4. I'm playing it. There might be rook c6. But I should be up material there at the end. Okay, opening up chat. Nearing the end. Nearing the end. Minimizing chat. Continuing. So we have a fork here. Could it be that easy? Do we get a freebie? I mean, that looks good. How is that not good? I would love to see how this is not good. There is a check on e7. So check, he moves somewhere, takes. There's a check here. I don't like that. But queen d7. Yeah, okay, I'm going here. I'm taking it. Oh my god! I rushed. Oh, that hurts. What did I miss though? What the hell? Wait, what? Wait, is this broken? Is this broken? This might be broken. This is broken. This is broken. No. This is literally broken. This is broken. It's winning. Queen f4 is winning. It is winning. Look at the eval. I have the eval in front of me. It's broken. Queen takes f4 is winning. I'm reporting this. I'm reporting this. Minus 2.8. Yes, knight takes f2 is better, but mine is winning. Can't you see it on my screen? You should be able to see it on my screen, right? It's right up here. I've never seen this before. It is broken. And it broke my streak. I am freaking pissed off. It broke my streak. No, but you can see it on the screen. Oh my God. So that's insane. Yeah, I'm reporting that. Unless it's looking too shallow, but queen f4 is winning. See? It's -2. The best move here is queen d7, knight f2 check, king g1. And we're fine. -3 here. I'm pissed off. And that broke my streak. Oh. I should almost report Lee Chess should have something that on Puzzle Streak, if there's multiple solutions, like it shouldn't reset the puzzle streak. Oh my God. I'm going to say that can't, like, I'm not starting over on that one. I am not starting over on that. Yeah, see? I'm not starting over on that. Wow, I've never seen that before. I'm playing a game. That is annoying. Okay, I gave you a reverse bird. Is that good? Oh boy. Staunton. I think it's G6 here. Because if you go D5, there's bishop F6. Bishop F6. Now, there is, I think it's queen E7. Is it queen E7? No, it's D5 first, I think. Yeah, and then there's a trap line here, which people fall for. I think if knight G3. Yeah, and then bishop E2. So knight G3, queen E7, bishop E2. A lot of people fall for this. They play bishop E2 here, and then they fall for this. See? What did I say, guys? What did I say? I do think we can take. Okay. I told you my opening prep's pretty good. Okay. Now I have to remember, I've had this before. Is it bishop A3? And then it just has rook C2, right? Yeah, but I remember I won a game very quickly before someone, I think they did, no, I forget what they did. I thought there was another trap here. I'm just going to minimize chat. Yeah, bishop A3. No, yeah, but there's another line where I won in a couple moves from here. Okay, so what about this? I don't think this is right though. I want to go here, but there's rook C2. And I don't want the pawn. Should I take the pawn? No, because then I'm getting trapped. That's what he wants, this bastard. No, then I can come back. But then he's got I think he might have a perpet there. Okay, so Yeah. So there's bishop h6, but I don't remember that being a move either. There's some move here that I can't remember. Might even be knight c6. But what's wrong with this? I don't remember seeing bishop h6, but it looks good. Maybe there's still rook c2. That's probably the issue. And I'm just wasting valuable time here. I'm just trying to remember the continuation. Damn. Yeah, I can't remember. I had a move in my repertoire here. So rook c2, I'm just retreating. Well, what else are we going to do? So let's do that without thinking too much. Knight f3. Yeah, so I could castle here. And maybe I should. So let's castle. I'm so curious what my move was. I'm so curious. Okay, let's get a knight developed. His rook can't move. Okay, take. Yeah, things are falling apart. What about rook b4? Is he trapped there? He's got. Yeah, we're okay. Can I do this? Am I? Seems trapped. The rook is very awkward on c2. What did he take? A pawn. Well, I may be able to not take it, but I don't think I should get too fancy here. Okay, and then just bring the queen back. He's hitting c7, so this would defend it. He can then, oh, he can't even do that. He can come in here. Then I've got this, or yeah, I don't know. I'm coming back. Okay. And then I'd like to get the bishop mobilized to connect my rooks. Okay. So could activate one of my rooks. Oh, he wants this. I've got. Oh, okay. King f7. Yeah, kind of freaking dangerous. I mean, there's f5 killing my bishop. I thought I just heard a sound. I mean, this would be a weird move. I'm going to play it. Controversial. Controversial. Okay, so bishop c5. I don't know. b6. And maybe. You know, bishop b7. Yeah. I know this is a weird move because I'm killing my bishop, but I'm exposing my king some more, but his knights are kind of awkward here. And then I shut down his attempt to sack here. Although maybe that sack wasn't even working because I always had bishop g7, right? So maybe I worried about that too much. In any case, it's what has happened. If he brings the knight back, I still think I might play b6. Oh, this is strong though. Oh, my opponent left the game. I hope I didn't get disconnected. I'm going to open up chat because I thought I heard a ding. Okay, maybe I didn't. Okay, reading chat here. Okay, the Dutch wins again. Overpowered. They need to nix this opening. Why do they even allow it? It should be banned. So, yeah, a lot of people fall for this. They play bishop e2. It's so natural. It just, because if you look at it from White's perspective, I don't know. It's easy. It's an easy thing to miss, and because I think White is just, they're thinking that they don't want the queen trade, and so they're just going to develop a piece. And I don't know. It's an easy thing to miss. So yeah, I think queen e2 is the best move here, and then I play knight c6. I think so that if he takes, we're not super ambitious here. We did play the Dutch, right? And we're black, but we have good development. And I think black is, it's like minus 0.1 or something, which is good playing against d4, right? So, yeah. Whoops, here, yeah. And then I burned some, because, yeah, as I was saying, there was a line where I won in like 3 moves from here, and it was like I played bishop before or something. But maybe it was they went rook b1. Or maybe they went rook b1, I took, and then queen d2, and then bishop b4. Is that what it is? No, that can't be. I'm trying to remember. Okay, I'll look it up after. So, but I don't think bishop h. I have a move here, but I just can't remember. Maybe I take the pawn. I don't know. And then, yeah, this got a little bit scary, but I think he just, yeah, loses his rook here. Okay, let's look at that. What's the engine? So a nice little miniature was the Dutch. How long would it take to update? A while. I'm losing my voice. I can't believe that the puzzle streak was broken. Literally broken. Literally broken. So that's the graph of the game. Yeah, the Dutch wins again. So this was all good. Yeah, so maybe this is why I can't remember, because everything is fine here. Bishop h6 was not the top move. It's saying bishop e6. I don't remember this. I don't remember. I'd have to check my... I don't remember any of these moves. I don't remember any of these. So I did play bishop a3 in the past. And I did win a game like this. But this might, I don't think this is the one that I'm thinking of. No. So maybe it was... It's weird. There was definitely... Oh, I know what it was. I think I took an A2. Maybe it was this game. And then... No, I don't think it was this one either. Was it? No, because I lost that game. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe it was, he played Queen D2. Oh, it was this, I think. Yeah, sorry. So this is the line where, so if they, I mean, this was a stupid move anyway, so I'll never see it again because they just drop a pawn. But this happened, and then I went Bishop A3, and then they played Rook D1, and then I had Bishop B4. Right? Because C3 I can just take. That was the miniature I'm thinking of, but it's not an actual. It's not worth remembering because that's only if they drop a pawn with Queen D2. So getting back to here, yeah. So any move here is fine. I really thought there was a specific move that was slightly better, but there wasn't. Castling is okay. I mean, everything's fine. You have a slight advantage. And knight b4, yeah, just wins the rook or the exchange. And this was good. Yeah, I guess f5 was fine. Not the top move, but good enough. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. It's actually a much longer stream than I thought. So 2 hours, 40 minutes. Spent like 2 of those hours on Puzzle Streak. Didn't even hit the 41, but that's Lichess's fault. Literally gave me a puzzle, and it even said itself that it was broken. And then it broke my streak anyways. That sucked. So I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a bird in tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. See you next time.